I can see her lying back in her satin dress, in a room where you do what you don't confess. Sundown, you better take care.
Happy Homebrew Wednesday. So, I'm just gonna sit here and sip on this lovely, look at that pale ale. This has got to be the clearest beer and one of the most tastiest beers I think I have ever concocted. My God, look how clear that is. I love it. Oh, you can see me. I should just do the video through the glass. So this is my, I called it prenuptial pale. It's the beer I brewed with Brad when he came down a couple weeks ago. Actually, was it 2 weeks ago? 2 weeks ago or 3 weeks ago? So what did I do to this beer? I'm trying to think of why it came out so freaking clear. I used a Werflock tablet like I always do. I used gelatin when I put it in the keg like I always do. But this thing is just, you know, I cold crashed it for maybe 2 or 3 days. Normally I only cold crash it overnight, so maybe the extra cold crash. Yeah, it's probably the cold crash that did it. I don't know, but it turned out freaking brilliant. Ooh, hey, if you haven't found some Lagunitas Born Yesterday Pale Ale, the story on this, I just went to the homebrew store to get the ingredients for the hop experiment that I'm doing as part of a Wally Feck sponsored hop experiment. And while I was there, I heard the owner of the store talking to another customer about this Lagunitas batch, and I guess this is a one-off. They'll never do it again. I guess this one hitter series. But yeah, let me read this. This is pretty amazing. A newborn version of our reborn pale, New Dogtown Pale with a fresh addition, virgin hops, fresh from the trellis lands of the Yakima Valley. We've bottled the resulting bundle of joy within 24 hours. So this is like 7 days old, this particular beer I'm drinking. I think he said I just bought it. I bought the last 6-pack he had, and it's 7 days old. So let me verify that. I'm saying it's 7 days old. It might not be 7 days. Let me see. Let's find the date on here. I don't know if Lagunitas puts dates on their bottles. I don't see one. But anyway, he said it's 7 days old. He got it straight from the distributor. So I'll go with it. Anyway, what they did was, and this has some crazy hops in it. It's got Equinox, which I really love Equinox. It's got Amarillo and Mosaic, 3 great freaking hops. Just had a really good Amarillo Berliner Weiss from Josh Secor. And what they did was they took their normal pale, they bumped up the alcohol to 7. It's actually 7.2%. So you get a lot more flavor. And then they took just a ridiculous amount of those 3 hops I just mentioned, and they I think they wet hopped it. I'm not sure which one, if they used all of them for the wet hop, but they wet hopped it right there at Flame Out, did a ton of whirlpooling, and this thing, you know, that beer, it's hazy because it's unfiltered, and it smells like 50 bags of hops in your face. It's really good without all the bitterness of an IPA. So it's a freaking cool beer. If you can find it, highly recommend pick up some of that. And if you can find some of the Dean's List, I think I'm going to call this Grade Point Ale, GPA. If you can find some of this, it's not going to happen unless I send it to you. Yeah, if you can find some of this, you'll be a happy man or happy one. I mean, this is a freaking, I think it might be the best beer I've ever brewed. So, oh my God, it's powered on Denali hops. Oh wow, this is really good. So, and this is the first time I actually, with this beer, I used my pH tester for the first time. Found out that my beer was like 4.5. My water was, my mash water was 5.6 or 5.7, something like that. I threw some gypsum in, and I got it down to like 5.4. I mean, I just can't think of anything I did different to get this freaking awesome. Look at the clarity on that damn thing. Here, let me clean this off for you. Look at that. Is that just sick? You can see the bubbles coming up. This thing is crazy. All right, so haven't done any brewing. Didn't do any brewing last weekend. I didn't do any brewing the weekend before, but I am doing brewing this weekend for, like I said, the Wally Feck hop experiment. We're doing I think it's an IPA recipe, although the IBUs are really, really low. It looks more like a pale ale. It's probably going to be closer to I guess it's a pale ale. It's a hoppy pale ale. And my hop is Denali, so that'd be cool. It's in this Denali's. This is Denali, Eureka, and a little bit of Magnum for bittering. But in the hop experiment, all I'm going to use is Denali. So we're going to keep it around 30 IBUs. And do a buttload of dry hopping. So, God, this beer is freaking clear. This is so cool. I'm gonna bottle some of this up and send it out to you guys. Josh, I apologize. If I would have had this bottled before I sent you the package, man, I would have thrown some of this in there because this is freaking phenomenal. I'm so happy with this beer. Yeah, you guys, I've only been doing this for about 3 years. Oh, speaking of which, check out the recent Zimmergy magazine. You'll actually find the Dean's List in there. It was wow, I guess about 2 or 3 months ago, after the last magazine that came out. Yeah, I guess it was about 2 or 3 months ago. I read it, and I took a couple of pictures of, I saw some guys posting videos of their home brewery, and I said, hey, my home brewery, competes with that. So I took some pictures of my brewery and the bar here that I'm in, sent it in, because I just like Zimmergy magazine. I like seeing the pictures and the notes from other brewers, like they have their brew dogs in there and pictures of their breweries. So anyway, I sent it in and said, hey, if you guys, manage to squeeze it in. And the guy sent me back an email that night and said, dude, your freaking brewery, and your bar is cool. I'm going to squeeze this in the very next issue. So I had actually forgot about it, and I started seeing the post on there. I think Tony Yates put a note on. He's the first one that I saw that ran across it. So I had just got my issue, both electronically and in the mail, and then I see that post from Tony, so I flipped open, and there I am. So very cool. So check it out. You'll see a picture of my brewery, this place here, and well, let's just do a tour, shall we? It's been a while since I've done this, so there's the famous phone book. The phone book here is kind of cool because it I don't think I've done this before. Here, let me get some light going on in here. Yeah, there you go. Get some better lighting. So the phone booth is cool because this phone booth is where I store all my glasses. Kind of cool. It's like a faux pas, or faux, not faux pas. It's a faux. It's a faux. You can tell I don't speak French. It's a faux telephone booth. So, and right next to the telephone booth, this is kind of cool. This right here is a picture from the U.S. Army Golden Knights, the skydiving parachute team. So when I was in battalion command, my XO took this flag right here, this was my battalion colors. I was in the 508 Special Troops Battalion. I was the commander. And usually every morning when I would walk in, they would raise the flag. Everybody would go crazy, yell attention, and it was kind of weird. But that flag disappeared, and I came in one day and I said, "Hey XO, where's my where's the battalion colors?" He's like, "Oh, I don't know, sir. We're getting it cleaned." And then it was gone for like a week or two. And come to find out, he was trying to get this photo taken with my colors to surprise me, and they ended up giving me this plaque here from the Golden Knights. So I'd like to, I actually deactivated that battalion. It was the brigade was shutting down, so I called in some of the past battalion commanders and said, "Hey, I have photographic evidence that I took this battalion higher than any other commander." So anyway, that's right next to the glass. If you guys come and visit me, you'll get to check it out. What else here? So this is my bar. I got this like mirror that's kind of cool. It reminds me of I was stationed in Arizona for a while, and I was out at Fort Huachuca, and there was this bar called Big Nose Kate's in Tombstone. And this kind of reminds me of, that kind of Western theme. So I got this, and it was kind of cool. My bar is a little dirty at the moment. So forgive me for not cleaning. But if you guys ever come visit, I got a little table here that I was stationed in Arizona. while my family, or in, I'm sorry, North Carolina, while my family was staying here in DC, and I needed a kitchen table. So I said, hey, let me get a table that will fit in what's going to be my basement pub. So we got this table. It's kind of cool. I don't know if you can see, but it unfolds, and I don't know, it's kind of neat. And then, of course, there's the bar. So, and best part is I got the couch set up, and I've got the big screen TV, and that's usually where I spend all my Sundays watching football and hockey and whatnot. So I won't say baseball because the Nationals are out. But anyway, all right, I'm already at 10 minutes, so didn't mean to take up that much time just rambling, but this is kind of a ramble. But hey, that's what's going on right now. Hop experiment. Looking forward to it. Thank you, Wally, for setting this up. This is going to be fun. You guys are going to love Denali, trust me. I think some of you guys have already had it, and if you haven't, you're in for a treat. So, hey, have yourself a happy homebrew, and have a very happy Homebrew Wednesday. And go BrewTube 2.0. Cheers.